A 67-year-old Scottsbluff man serving a life prison sentence for a December 2016 murder at the R.C. Scott Apartments has lost his appeal to the Nebraska Supreme Court. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a life prison sentence for a Scottsbluff man convicted of first-degree murder has been upheld following a ruling today from the Nebraska Supreme Court. 67-year-old Lucio Munoz was arrested in early 2017 following the stabbing death of his girlfriend Melissa May at the R.C. Scott Apartments in Scottsbluff. In early 2018, Munoz was sentenced to life in prison after a jury convicted him of first-degree murder and use of a weapon to commit a felony. Today, the High Court rejected arguments from Munoz, arguing that there was prosecutorial misconduct in the opening statements of his trial, as well as ineffective counsel. The Supreme Court affirmed the conviction of the district court, and Munoz will remain at the Nebraska State Penitentiary, serving out his life sentence. Well, as the Scottsbluff National Monument Visitor Center undergoes renovations, the National Park Service has teamed up with the Legacy of the Plains Museum to host an exhibit to commemorate the monument's centennial in 2019. The exhibit, titled 100 Years of Scottsbluff National Monument, opened to the public this week, showcasing the vast history of the monument and features an adobe brick made by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the 1930s. It also has historical photographs and a whole lot more. Museum interim co-director Rick Myers tells KNEB News that they are hoping to display at least one original work by William Henry Jackson.
That was turned down, but we have all of their prints, and I think we have most of the things that, most of their really good artifacts are on storage elsewhere, not on site out there at all, so that's good to know. And they'll bring them back. They've got an exciting program going out there with reconstruction.
The Centennial exhibit will be free and open to the public through September in the museum's rotating display gallery. And not only is this Mother's Day's weekend, but it's also a busy time of year for a number of spring activities that have area flower and gift shops in overdrive. At Panhandle Co-op's Main Street Market's Flower Basket in Scottsbluff, Shelley Rowley says it's been a busy week with graduations, weddings, births, and other big occasions. But for Mother's Day, Rowley says flowers have been the biggest seller this week, with specialized gifts close behind.
It's mainly been the flowers, and we've also sold some of our wine glasses and our mother's mugs, and I was trying to think. I think some of the candles, Macy's candles, they're going, and we also have some bath items, some bath bombs and lotions and soaps and those fun little poof balls.
Rowley says they have been selling a nice variety of gifts and cards to go with them. Well, coming up after the break, shaping up to be a lovely spring weekend here in the Valley. Bill Boyer has your weekend weather forecast coming up right after this on KNEB.TV News.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
The 5055E from John Deere features the value of choice with a cab or open station, two-wheel drive or mechanical front-wheel drive, and transmission options. In addition to easy-to-use controls and loader compatibility. All of this is backed with a 5-year powertrain warranty. The only thing easier than owning a 5E is operating one. See your John Deere dealer for details.
Visit 21st Century Equipment with locations in Scottsbluff, Torrington, Bridgeport, and Alliance.
How does Arby's sell the most gyros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
We're going to be dealing with clearing skies tonight as we take a look at the next few hours. Temperatures in the 50s falling into the 40s and then down into the 30s as we get towards sunrise tomorrow. Not as cold as where we were this morning, but we will see clearing skies overnight tonight. Windy conditions tomorrow, especially during the afternoon hours. Can't rule out an isolated shower tomorrow, but windy is really going to be the key of tomorrow. Really a very nice Mother's Day. We got a great looking Mother's Day for you, and pretty mild for most of next week before things turn active again for next weekend. 36 the low and a high of 50 yesterday. Pretty chilly out there for this time of year. About 20 degrees below normal. 0.20 of an inch of moisture. We're right about normal for the month and 1.5 inches above normal for the year, as it has been a very wet start to 2019. Temperatures right now in the 40s and low 50s in the high country. 50s and low 60s for most of us across the Cornhusker State and eastern Wyoming, and that's where we're at here in our region as well. 51 in Cheyenne, the coolest reading we can find. 60 in both Chadron and Scottsbluff. There's a 61 up in Valentine. Winds have been out of the south, southwest, or even southeasterly throughout the day today, and they've been pretty light, under 20 miles an hour, under 15 miles an hour for the most part. No severe weather risks today. Any severe weather, very marginal, going to be confined to the East Coast. And as we go through tonight and tomorrow, and even on Sunday, severe weather threat going to be non-existent here for us for the next couple of days before it could get a little more active towards the end of next week. So tonight's Futurecast brings in clear skies across the region. Those clouds move out and winds are going to be fairly light tonight. No major issues for tonight to be concerned about. And temps are going to fall into the 30s to near 40 degrees, about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than where we were this morning. Now tomorrow we're going to see the northwesterly flow pick up enough to push a couple of showers across the region. It'll be cold at times with that wind, but by tomorrow evening the winds quickly die out and move away from us, and clearing skies return and setting up the stage for a beautiful, almost perfect Mother's Day forecast that we have coming our way. Highs tomorrow going to be about where they were today, upper 50s to near 60 degrees. So tonight, clearing skies, lows down into the mid-30s, light south-southwesterly breezes. Tomorrow, not light breezes. Northwest winds 20 to 30, gusty at times. Above that, 61. Can't rule out an isolated shower to about a 20% chance of rain showers tomorrow. That's about it. And then after then, we're going to dry out. Mother's Day looks really nice. Temps near 70. We'll be in the upper 70s to low 80s starting Monday of next week through the entire work week. Best chances of rain comes late Friday, although Tuesday and Thursday and even Wednesday can't rule out some late day showers and thunderstorms as we get heat build back into the area. But it looks like starting next Friday and then on in through next weekend, we're going to turn cooler and wet across the region. But we've got a great stretch of weather coming up there for the next most of the next 7 days.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
May is Beef Month, a time to celebrate the high-quality beef products that are raised by farmers and ranchers right here in Nebraska. With over 5 million cattle fed and marketed each year, Nebraska is the #1 cattle feeding state in the country. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, Nebraska's beef producers take pride in raising safe, wholesome products that end up on dinner plates around the world. Join the beef community by celebrating Beef Month with your favorite beef meal tonight. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Sponsored by Marker Ag and Roosevelt Public Power District.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition. Convenient stores in your neighborhood. Friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right. Get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Welcome back. The city of Gering is considering an occupation tax on overnight lodging in the community, which at 4% would be equal to the tax passed by the city of Scottsbluff 2 years ago. Estimated revenues between $40,000 and $50,000 a year could be generated to help fund further investments into city facilities, events and activities that can generate new and repeat visitation to the community. The tax would be assessed on overnight lodging at Gering motels, hotels, bed and breakfasts, Airbnbs, as well as the Rubidoux Trailer Park. The first reading on the proposed occupation tax ordinance will be during the regular City Council meeting on Monday. Well, a bill to legalize marijuana for medicinal purposes in Nebraska has advanced out of a legislative committee and to the full legislature for debate. The proposal faces an uphill battle, though, in the legislature, even though bill sponsor Senator Anna Wishart has made concessions to heavily regulate the drug. Now, if it passes, the bill would not allow smokable marijuana and would restrict the amount one person can legally possess. Lawmakers could debate the measure as early as next week. And a new report says a nearly $200 million decline in Nebraska's agricultural exports in 2017 was driven by President Donald Trump's threat to impose tariffs on U.S. trade partners. The Nebraska Farm Bureau report attributes the drop in decreases in soybean and corn exports, while beef and pork exports both increased in 2017. Senior economist Jay Rempe says Trump's talks of tariffs in January of 2017 caused a decline in soybean and other commodity prices. He points out that China's retaliatory tariffs did not occur until May of 2018. These findings come as Trump imposed his latest tariff hikes on Chinese goods on Friday, and Beijing vowed retaliatory measures. Rempe says Nebraska's agricultural community will continue to face pressure unless the administration resolves its trade disputes with China, Mexico, and other countries. Well, straight ahead, Bryce and Alex will be in with a recap of the week that was as they bring you your Friday 5. They'll be back with that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Come on down to the Mixing Bowl if you are craving something homemade just like Grandma used to make. From glace and garlic sausage on Mondays to cabbage burgers and butterball noodle soup on Thursdays, you can't go wrong. And with everything in the bakery case baked fresh daily, you can count on a tasty treat with your morning or afternoon coffee. Stop in from 1 to 3 during the week to get 15% off any coffee or pastry during our coffee happy hour. The Mixing Bowl on 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for two. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
This is KNEB TV Ag News from the First National Bank Ag Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Welcome to Bryce's Backyard.
Yes, welcome indeed. We're sizzling up Friday 5 this week in recognition of a few monthly celebrations.
We are indeed. We road trip to find a grill so that we can celebrate National Barbecue Month, National Hamburger Month, and Mother's Day, all in today's show.
And our on-location episode of Friday 5 is being brought to you in part by our friends at the Nebraska Corn Board.
Now we'll get to the meat of today's countdown in just a moment, but let's begin with an important question that needs to be answered. Which type of meat makes the perfect barbecue?
Well, Americans answered that question, putting beef at the top of their list, followed by chicken, pork, and then turkey.
And Mother's Day is in the top 5 for the best holidays to have a barbecue.
Now on to the actual celebration of Barbecue Month, where we will begin with pork.
If you've ever watched any sort of cooking show, and this does not count, you've probably heard that pork should be cooked to an internal temp of 160 degrees. Until now.
A recent study by the University of Illinois shows that consumers prefer a new standard of cooking temperature, that being 145 degrees Fahrenheit.
We are going to give that a try with our 145-degree pork chops.
On to another popular topic, barbecue chicken.
Whether you choose chicken breasts, wings, thighs, or drumsticks, barbecue chicken is usually a hit.
The National Chicken Council's annual chicken wing report said that Americans ate an all-time high of about 1.4 billion wings during the Super Bowl 53.
And it's also estimated that Americans consume 93 pounds of chicken per year.
Each year, that's incredible. Now to highlight one of Nebraska's small but still present industries, aquaculture.
Yes, from our research, we found that there are 2 shrimp farms in Nebraska. One's in Carlton and one is in Diller.
Now, one of the great things about shrimp is that it's low in calories but loaded with nutrients.
It is. 4 ounces of shrimp contains over 100% of the daily value for selenium, and it also provides over 75% of the daily value for vitamin B12 and over 50% for phosphorus.
And finally, along with National Barbecue Month, it is also National Hamburger Month, which pairs well with Beef Month.
In the US of A, Americans eat nearly 50 billion burgers every year. That amounts to 3 burgers a week for every single person in the US. And get this, McDonald's alone sells more than 75 burgers every single second.
Now, I have to ask, we're out here in the great outdoors. What is your go-to hamburger topping, Alex?
I'm a barbecue fan. What about you?
I would say I like ketchup. Lettuce is definitely a must. Pickles.
Okay, well, we hope this gave you some meal ideas to spoil your mom this Mother's Day weekend.
And thank you to the Nebraska Corn Board for presenting this on-the-road edition of Friday 5.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and have a great weekend.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
Why do we work all hours of the night? Head towards challenges instead of turning away, and work together to solve the toughest problems so you can enjoy the little things and all the big moments life has to offer. Tri-State and our family of electric cooperatives. Brighter, stronger, better together.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
KNEB presents country music rising star Dylan Scott. Friday, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff. Presented by Allo Communications and Viera Wireless. Tickets are on sale now at the Midwest Theater box office, by phone at 632-4311 or at midwesttheater.com. Dylan Scott, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff with KNEB.
May is Beef Month, a time to celebrate the high-quality beef products that are raised by farmers and ranchers right here in Nebraska. With over 5 million cattle fed and marketed each year, Nebraska is the #1 cattle feeding state in the country. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, Nebraska's beef producers take pride in raising safe, wholesome products that end up on dinner plates around the world. Join the beef community by celebrating Beef Month with your favorite beef meal tonight. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Sponsored by Pioneer Animal Clinic and Bridgeport Ethanol.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads!
I'm Marcy Meyer, Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that building a new house is difficult because construction loans are too complicated. The truth is, our lenders will work with you every step of the way to make your construction loan go to work for you. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
And finally tonight, before we break for the weekend, it's once again time to honor the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. For this week's Star Student of the Week, we head to Community Christian School in Scottsbluff, where one of their 6th graders was chosen for this week's honors. In his nomination, it states that he exemplifies all of the CCS virtues:
faith, courage, integrity, creativity, eloquence, humility, diligence, and servanthood, love and balance. He serves as a leader in our school and is a positive role model to younger students.
This week's Star Student of the Week is Tyler Fogel.
So this is a super big deal for Tyler. He's the only student from CCS to receive this year, but it's also quite an honor to have a student who does all of those things all the time. So I'm super, super proud of him, because wouldn't you agree that Tyler has all of those virtues that we have? He's a super good friend. He's great at PE. He loves just hanging out with kids, following the rules, just being awesome. And we love Tyler. We're going to miss him next year, right?
After the all-school assembly, PVC associate Marcy Meyer caught up with Tyler Fogel to find out what makes the Star Student tick.
What are a few of your favorite classes, and what do you like about them?
I like science because we can build roller coasters and stuff, and history because I get to learn about other countries.
What are some school activities you're involved in?
I'm involved in band.
What instrument do you play?
The drums.
What are some hobbies outside of school you like to do?
I like to sing and play video games.
What's your favorite video game?
Probably Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I asked Tyler what it meant to him not only to be nominated, but selected to be this week's Star Student.
It means to me like they think those virtues are important, and somebody's gotta do them.
Tyler says that he's also the only 6th grader at Community Christian School this year and has benefited from a lot of one-on-one teacher-to-student time, and will also miss all of the great friendships he's formed over the years at CCS. He says he looks forward to his new adventure in the fall at Gehring Junior High School as well. Tyler is the son of Michael and Kathy Fogel and is the brother to Keenan, Emma, and Sarah. Congratulations once again to Community Christian School 6th grader Tyler Fogel, the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.